Ooh, what happened to my light? Good evening. Good evening. Technical issues on top of my phone thingy. Let me see if I like this slide better, I think. All right. Good evening and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. I just heard something. I don't know if we're live or not. I'm going to double check in a second. And it looks like we are live. Yay. All right. Now I can see your comments. All right. So let's try this again. Good evening and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. Sorry I'm a little late. I'm still trying to figure out the nice setup. I don't know. It's very dark. I don't know why. More than usual. Oh well. We'll have to deal with that. I hope it's not too bad. It's so weird. All right. So, as I was saying, in the description of this live, I am inspired by Unbridled Beauty, this stamp set with the horses, because it's the year of the horse this year for Chinese New Year. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Is it light enough for you guys? You think you see okay? My phone looks a little dark, more shadowy than usual. Hi, Deborah. How are you? So as I was saying, Year of the Horse coming up on February 17th. And I figured like, oh, we can use this because it's the Year of the Horse. And of this stamp set, my favorite image is this one. I also like the horseshoe. And I love the sentiments, all of them. This horse, not so much. But anyway, I love this horse. So you'll see I've created some Chinese New Year inspired projects, but then some Western inspired projects as well. Let me show you the last one. So this is the Chinese New Year in the traditional red and gold. And these are the more Western inspired. And then you open this one like this. And you can write your sentiment, your message here. All right. And this is just a plain, not a fun fold, but I like it because it looks like the stable, right? That was my intention for that one. All right, so I think we'll start with the Chinese New Year one. Oh, and this I always make for Chinese New Year, a little treat or make. Well, yes, I guess I make the package and then I put something in it for my friends because my birthday coincides more or less with the beginning of the Chinese New Year. And my year is the year of the horse. So this is my year. Hi, Joanne. Thank you for joining. And I'm trying to open this. All right, here we go. Here we go. I cut my nails yesterday. So this is just a little package that contains a lip balm that I bought on Amazon that has the horse and the traditional design of Chinese New Year. Okay, red and gold. They're the lucky colors. I think red is for luck and gold is for money. So, not bad, right? All right. So we'll start with this. And this is it opens like this. And it has the message right here. Much luck and good fortune, which I took from the most is Asian inspired set that I had, which is Crane of Fortune, and this the message, which I thought it was perfect sentiment for a Chinese New Year card. And that's the inside of the card. Well, Deborah, you're always busy. Hi, Kate. Thank you so much for joining. Um, hope some of you are also tasking and watching the Grammys. I'm not, of course, because I'm here. But this time I don't even have them on the back in the background, so in mute. I need concentration. All right, so let's start. Since I started late, and let's get going. So we'll start with the little package, which is the easiest one, because I am using, let's see, there we go. I am using the Grow with Love dies that it was like for the seedlings, the seed package pretty much for that set. And it came with this little envelope. And I just needed red paper, and I'm running out of red paper. So I used this one from an old DSP. It was Christmas DSP, but it doesn't matter. So we're gonna do it like this, and with a little bit of tear and tape. This is the easiest part of having a die for these little treats. Oh, the Grammys too. Deborah is really multitasking. So the easy thing of having these dies that create the package is just all you have to do is fold, and that's it. And where is my tear and tape? Right here. I organized. And I cannot find things. Doesn't it happen to you? Yeah, you're right, Teresa. I think that kintsugi sweet would look great with that too. I don't have it. So I'm just gonna put tear and tape here. And because I'm putting the chapstick and it's a little bulky, I'm just gonna round this to give it a little bit more room. So I'm just gonna attach it like so, leaving more room here. If it was just a gift card, I could do it like this, but it's not. So all right, so we get one more person. I'm gonna do a raffle, and this time the raffle is gonna be one of these packages. So tell your friends to join. And by the way, Deborah and Teresa have little prizes from me coming their way because I finally put them on the mail last week. So see, now there's a little, I mean, not much, but it's exactly what it needs. Let me grab another chapstick. I bought like a box of 25, I think. I don't know, 24, 25, something like that. And they came in white. Oh, look, I had more. Silly me, I had more to make more. They came in white and red, and I used already all the red ones. This one has a horseshoe, which actually goes very well with this set. So I'm going to use this one for that one. The different little designs here. This is the horse, and then there's another horse, different horse, like it's cute. They're almost, I'm not saying that they're all different, but they have like at least 8 different designs or so. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah. Well, Teresa, it's clever, but it was also trial and error. It's like I ripped the first one. So I figured like, oh, I really want something easy because I'm making a bunch of them. I didn't want to have to make a box or anything. So this was easy enough. And just we'll put it like that. And then it's a little tight still, but once you fold it, and we put the ribbon around it. But anyway, I'll do that at the end. So I have this here. I'm gonna put one, and actually this a little more crooked that I wanted. Well, not crooked, but sideways. So I'm actually, because the package is a little round, I'm gonna curl this a little bit to go with the package. And then we're gonna have some. Do you have the ribbon? Yes, I had the ribbon. Look, and now I have an extra one. Oh, this is, oh, wait a second. This is cherry cobbler, because I was using a red that was cherry cobbler, but this is real red, so I'm gonna use this one. Hey, Emma, good. So now we have 6 people. So now we can have a raffle. And I'm gonna send the winner one of my little Chinese New Year packages with the chapstick and the little envelope. Okay. All right. So it's very simple. Now we're gonna put a couple of dimensionals. I hope I have more because I'm running out of dimensionals here. Okay. I hear a beep and I'm always paranoid that something's happening with the live stream, but no, it was some other notification. Thank you for the hearts. So, I mean, it's easy enough to thread this once you put this down, or you can actually go like this and then put it so you don't have to thread anything, and it's just like that simple. Okay. And this time I made the little ribbon a little larger because honestly I had pre-cut the ribbons and they were all a little bit too short, so I had trouble making a knot. Even forget about a bow. So just like that. And I want my bow, or knot actually, in the front. And I don't know why I always go, well, not always, but when I go to the nail salon, it's always on Saturdays, and then I have no nails for my life the next day. So I could have done, I don't know if I'll have enough to make a bow. I'm gonna try. Actually, I shouldn't be wasting my time with that. And should move on to the next project, but you know me, I'm stubborn. All right. All right, so that's it. Not my best bow, but it's okay. Good enough. All right. All right, so simple, nice little token. You can put a gift card here. People traditionally give each other money, a little bit of money. Oh, yeah, I don't know, a lottery ticket. I don't know. A lot of things that you can put here. All right, so moving on. Let's go to this card. I'm very happy how this turned out. Very happy. I was struggling a little bit because I didn't want it to look too Western. And I figured it's like, no, gold and red, and like that should work. And then I remember these corners and they look very kind of Asian like this, right? And these are from these dies that I can never remember the name. Beautifully celebrated. It just doesn't roll out of your tongue, right? But it has these layering labels here, which I love, love, love. Okay. So these are my new fave. And they also kind of, they go with these corners because the corners come from this set too. And one die cuts 2 corners. And I think they work beautifully all together. And may luck and much luck and good fortune. Okay, so let's do this one. All right. So for this one, you need half a sheet of cardstock, landscape, because it opens like this. I don't know if it qualifies as a especially like if it qualifies as a fan fold. I'm also using the Crane of Fortune paper just because it has this gold here, and I didn't want to use all gold because I'm like hoarding my gold paper at the moment. But if you had a little bit of the distressed gold, that would work very well. These are the corners. Okay, let's start with the beginning. And then we need these. This is a strip, the strip that will open that, and it's 4, and I mark 1 inch here to fold it, and that will go like this. And I heat embossed my sentiment and my label, just because you don't know, I don't like to do the heat embossing here. And well, I'm actually bringing everything out. I should have just like dumped the whole thing. But anyway. And this is the same paper. This is 4 by 5.25, both of them. And then this will be the envelope. All right. So let's get going with this. So first we set the cardstock in half, and we can put this first layer just to get rid of something. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like it. I am happy on how it turned out. Very happy. Because I didn't know if it would be Asian looking enough for Chinese New Year just because of the colors, but it is. It turned out, in my view, Asian inspired. All right. So then this piece of real red is 3 3/4 by 5. And we are going to do some stamping here. I'm not going to use real red. I'm going to use cherry cobbler just because I wanted to show a little bit more like this. And I'm using this from Cranes of Fortune, which is like the chrysanthemums or whatever they call them. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. You don't need the foam mat that I have here, but I don't want to mess up my glass mat with the ink. Yeah, the embossing on the red works really well, right, Deborah? I'm glad you like it. What is not working really well is this is a brand new ink pad, but I think this is a one. How do you call them? The ink. Let me check. They used to call them something ink special or inspirational, something like that. Ink something. That meant that it had like different shadowing, and they don't stamp like a real image. They stamp like, I don't know, a little different. So I hope that they work. All right. So that's one, and I'm gonna do another big one on the corner, inking it well. Distinctive. That's distinctive. Yes, that's what it was. That's the kind of stamp that this is. So if you see, it has like some texture here and like some so it's supposed to be like this. It's not like all the same. It's supposed to be, different, how you call it, intensities of the ink. I'm pressing really well because I want, oh, they came out nice. So then I'm just gonna do a little bit of the corners here without going crazy. Okay, see, this got all the softer parts. It's not that it's not ink properly or anything. It's just like how it's supposed to be. You can see different intensities of the ink. All right, so now it's done. That's done. And this will be the layer here for here. You can choose how you want it. I think I want it this way. All right. Thank you for confirming the name of the flower, Teresa. All right, so I was just saying that if you had like distress gold, this layer could be all distress gold, but I'm hoarding my distress gold at the moment. So I'm using this one because I have plenty of it, and it kind of nice that it has the marbly effect as well. So I like it. That has the little gray marble effect with the broken gold. All right, so now before we do anything else, I'm gonna put this little tab here. And for that, as I said, it's score at 1. It's 4 by 1 and it's score at 1. So this is kind of a square. If I did it properly, which I think I did, it looks square. And then we're just gonna put it like this in the center. So we make sure that we can fold it. Okay, my hand had a little bit of ink. That's okay. I put quite a bit because this is gonna be opening and closing and opening and closing. So I'm trying to straighten it. There we go. The beauty of the liquid glue, right? All right. So that's our tab, which I should have done that earlier, but you know, we can do it now. Make sure. Can you guys see okay? I don't know what's going on. It's driving me crazy that the intensity, maybe it's the light. It doesn't seem so intense. It's a little better now, I think. All right. Nobody's complaining. I think we're fine. All right. So now we have this. So we don't forget. We can do the inside, actually. And I love the paper. It's so pretty, right? On the other side. I haven't used the other side. I could, but it was not the colors, the right colors for Chinese New Year. I checked. All right. And then from the notes, what's the name of these layering rectangles? It was like texture notes. Texture notes, that's the name. I used the second largest. For our messaging inside. And that's the inside of our car. Okay, easy. And now for the front, we're gonna put the corners first. Just put a little bit of glue all over because they have 2 layers and they're not one on top of each other. They're like scaffolded, you know, like kind of like the basic and the middle and the top. You want to be sure that you put, I mean, not a lot of, but that it adheres properly because it's not going to be all flat. That's what I mean. And then we just put it in the corner. This will work very well also, these corners for scrapbooking. You could put a photo there, you know, like in the corners for a photo. Be cool. I don't scrapbook too much. I have like a box full of photos but I never find the time when I retire. All right. So just press down to make sure that they adhere the 3 layers. 2 more to go. There's 4 corners, so what's happening on the Grammys? Who's winning? Any big surprises? This one got a little crooked. Let's see if I can. Yeah, perfect. God, I love liquid glue. I don't know why people use the. I know there's like teams, right? Like team stamp and seal, team green glue, which is actually white glue. I'm definitely team glue, even though I use a stamp and seal too, but not for this kind of thing. I want to have time to wiggle things in place and make them really align how I like them. Jelly roll one. Oh, cool. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the center. Bad Bunny too. Okay. You want to calculate that this little scallop is right in the center when you turn this down. So bring this down. Right. So that would be it. And then we're gonna then now center this. But we're gonna put glue. As you see how far this goes here. So I'm gonna put glue only on this top part. Just make sure that there's no excess glue going to the metallic paper. By the way, of course, it's gold metallic paper. You can see that. And that's that's the kind of paper that I use to cut the corners from. See, it's moving. Now I can totally align it with the corners, center it, whatever you call it. And this is the smallest of the little tags. So I know for sure that if I center this, it's going to get covered. Oh, I have to see that costume later. I'm sure we'll see plenty of pictures of Lady Gaga's costume. All right. Now it makes me want to put the TV on the background. But as I said, I find it distracting when I'm doing this. And I want to be more present. All right. So that's a car. Right. So you get the horsey and then you open it up. Much luck and good fortune. And then you can put your sentiment inside. Oh, don't worry about it, Joanne. I mean, I've been late because my phone didn't have any power. I had to actually charge it, and it's only 78% charge, so I hope we'll have enough. All right, move on to project number 3. And now we leave the Asian Chinese New Year theme behind, and we move up to Western, which I love. I love Westerns. I love everything. And I'm like, I'm an East Coaster, but, you know, my dream is to go to Montana and Colorado and, you know, do a road trip over there. So that's the car that I created with the first one that I did with Unbridled Beauty. And let's put it together. Using crumb cake. It's a regular card. It's 4.5 by 5 by 5.5 by 8.5, folded at 4.25. Then I'm using Country Woods DSP, which I love, and it's finishing. I don't know if we have any more. I don't know if it's still available. I didn't check. I'm sorry. And I used one of the woods, but then I wanted to use another wood just to give it a more rustic look. And I cut this with the arches, but it's too much because the horse is not that big, and then it would be a lot of white space. So I figured, like, I'll put this here, shortening the window of my stable, so the shore can just show his head there. Okay, but first we have to do the horse, and for that we have a piece of basic beige that's just wide enough to cover the to be underneath the window. All right, I already heat emboss the little horseshoe with copper, and we'll be fussy cutting that later, and then we'll be putting the message together as well. All right, so first things first, we're gonna do the stamping. And for this, I'm using Unbridled Beauty, Emma. This is the one. Isn't it pretty? I do think this head is a little small on the complete horse. But I love this one. I love the scene. I actually created this, but I didn't use it for any of these cards yet. I created this little scene here with this stamp set and the stamps and the little tree there. And I love the sentiments. Thanks for being a true friend. From the heart, sweet memories, happy day. It's about the journey. I love especially it's about the journey. All right, so I'm gonna stamp in early espresso. Oops, sorry, I hit the stand. Thank you, I'm glad you like it. So early espresso, I'm gonna have to do it several times because my early espresso ink pad I discovered need to be re-inked, and I didn't do it. I forgot. I wanted to do it today, but well, the confession is that today I woke up really, really late because I stayed up to watch the Australian Open. That started at 3:30 in the morning and it finished at 7:30 in the morning. So I went to bed at 7:30 in the morning. So yeah, the day went away from me. My own doing, not complaining, happy. Look how nice it looks, right? Or horsey. All right. So now with the water painters, I'm gonna give it a little bit of color. I'm gonna start with, oh, I forgot to bring that out, but I have it right here. With a little bit of Timid Tiger to give a little bit of warmth to the background, like I did here. I don't know if you can see it. All right, so let's do that. Hopefully this will work. Yes, come on. I feel it wet. And because I'm doing a quick thing, I'm not even gonna put sometimes I put drops of the reinker right directly here, but I'm not even gonna bother because it's not gonna be so much. I just wanna give a little bit of warmth to the background. Just grab it. I grab it from the side. I don't know if you can see. Because somebody told me, I think it was Julia, who told me that sometimes with they can mold or something. So I don't want it in the from the top. I want it to get it from the side, and that's it. I keep hearing little notifications, and I'm just paranoid with the streaming service. Okay. I'm gonna try to go a little faster. Not gonna bother in the bottom because the bottom is not gonna be seen. I think just like that, it should be suffice. Let's test it with this. I think that would be good. Maybe a little bit on the top, more on the top. And it's supposed to be just a little bit of light. So I don't care that it's all spotty and, it actually looks more watercolory, right? All right. Now we're done with Timid Tiger. Let me get a little bit of, let me see if I have like a bit of tissue here to clean my water painter. So I can use a little bit of pecan pie for the actual horse. I think I used copper clay in this one. That's why he's more reddish. But I think pecan pie is gonna work too. I need a little bit more ink than that. You can do this and just press down and whatever, but it never works for me. So I just grab it from the side directly and that's it. All right, so let's see. A little horsey. I guess you could do this with the blends too, but I kind of want the more painterly effect because the stamp itself is very painterly affected in style, kind of, in my view. It looks nice in red, I have to say, in the copper clay. But then I decided to use a color that is not retired, even though I know that many of you may have still copper clay in your stash. All right. And I don't mind if there's a little bit of beige coming through here and there. Part of the process, kind of like painterly. All right. So now that we're done, I'm just gonna clean this so I don't mess up my next project. You press until it comes clear and that's it. Very easy. So that's done. So now we're gonna put this first. Because I want as high as possible this. So you see, I want to put it right at the edge of this. And this is, by the way, 4 by 5.25. And this is 1 inch by 4, the strip. And I purposely used another kind of wood, I think. See, the background is a different one. So it kind of gives the more rustic look. So I'm just gonna put here and here, and just here, actually here. Maybe I'm putting too much glue, but all right. I do have to look at Lady Gaga's hat that Emma was raving about. Just making sure that it covers. I don't want to see the beginning of the window. Okay. So now this is where we have to calculate where to put our horse here. That looks good to me. Maybe even a little higher, or maybe not. Like something like that I like. So now that I have it, I'm going to use Terran tape to hold it in place. Oh, wow. Emma, you're having a good time, eh? Bruno Mars. Let me double check that's still how I want it. Yes. I mean, you can hold it in place if you want it with regular tape, but this is the one I have here on my craft table. Okay, that's enough. And now I'm not even gonna take the backing off because then it gets stuck. I may not like when it gets stuck, where it gets stuck. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. And now we're gonna center this in our car base. Like so. All right. So now it's all about the decorating. Oh, well, no, we have to do the sentiment. I used Best of Luck. That was from Unbounded Love. But you can use Happy Birthday if you have it. I didn't want to use any of these sentiments it's about the journey when the poor horse is not in a journey, it's in the stable. So I figures like that's not what we need. I could be using thanks for being a true friend, sweet memories, but no, I wanted to best of luck. Maybe I'll do a happy birthday. Maybe I'll do a happy birthday if I have one nearby. I don't know. I'll use best of luck. That also has the horseshoe, which is good luck, right? So, where's my... Here. So, this is what I used. I actually used the die from Notes and Totes. Remember that one? It has these to create a fence. But instead of creating a fence, we're just gonna do our sentiment in a very drastic way. And to do that, we are gonna put our strips here in a piece of pecan pie. Just gonna put a little bit of glue here, like so, just a little bit. Because I use paper here, and you can see the white, and I don't like it, even though it makes it lighter. I could have painted the paper with the blends or something to disguise it, but not worrying so much about it. So just want a different distances like this, right? Actually, we can even make it more like I did this one, but we can do that later. All right, so now we're gonna stamp our sentiment. And I'm gonna do best of luck in early espresso. Yeah, I like to use sometimes things from other sets that actually work perfectly. Like this was a happy find. There we go. See, best of luck. Now with the snips, I still have not got over that the snips are no longer available, honestly. I'm just gonna cut. Ugh. I don't want this little thing showing. There we go. I'm cutting 2 layers with glue, so that's not so easy. There we go. Something like that, right? You can save these if you want for something else or not. I'm gonna throw them away. And now this is gonna be attached here with dimensionals. Now I did say that I had the little shoe horse already hit embossed in copper. Just because we're gonna put these dots here. I don't know what they're called. I'll tell you in a second. For bronze pentagons. So I thought bronze, copper, kind of. Not that it's the same color, but you know, I didn't want gold, and I didn't want silver. So just fussy cutting this. Try not to leave much basic beige. Okay. Yeah, it's very tiny, as you can see. Let's see if I can do it from this side better. Yes. And then we're gonna put this here in the corner with a glue dot. And I'm gonna fold in half because this is very, very small. Bye, Sandy. Have a good night. Oh, the Dalai Lama won a Grammy. That's, well, unusual, right? All right, so now all we have to do is decorate with the little pentagons. And I'm using the small ones. I'm just putting here like the sign was nailed to the stable door. Is it a little crooked? Kind of goes with the rustic thing, right? And then I'm going to use 3 here. 1 here. 1 in the center. And 1 here. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to put like a little like thread or something. And I thought like, oh, it could be like the rope in the door of the stable. But I used first linen thread. But then I remember I had still this faux, what is it called again? It's faux leather trim. And I thought that would be even better. So I made this little loop and I tied it in a knot with linen thread that I then color with pecan pie marker. And we're going to attach it here. You like it? You like the linen thread better or the faux leather trim better? Let me hear what you think. But I'm gonna put the leather in this one. Let's just put the dot as flat as possible so it grabs it. That's it. And then inside, what I did is the same thing that I did to my envelope is that I put the horseshoes right like that. So let's do that. Here they are. Leather, right? I agree, Teresa. I like it better. But well, you know. Okay. I should use my mat, but I'm risking it. All right. 7 horseshoes. Lucky number 7. Yeah, I like the leather too, Deborah. So that's it for this card. Cute, right? I hope you like it. So let's go for the last Western card. And that's, I figure it's like, oh, the barn door kind of thing. And I did create the little, see, I was going to do this, but I thought it was too much to put the message here, the sentiment. So that's what I did. Pecan pie, but the sentiment is an early espresso. And I did the little rope here as well. Okay, and then when you open it, that's what you get. And this idea, I saw somebody doing that on the car front, and I thought it was a great idea, kind of like the trail. Thank you, Deborah. All right, so let's go with this last card. For this one, we have 8.5 by 5.5, and we're gonna score 2 1/8 on each side to do the opening. So 2 1/8 here. We're gonna turn it around. And 2 1/8. Yeah, it has nice. As I said, I don't like the horse that's standing up, but I love the horse head. I love the horseshoe. I love the sentiments, and you can make a little nice background with the other small stamps. So I figure it's like that's good enough for me. You know, sometimes that's all you want. And if one of the many stamps in the set you're not so keen on, I'll use it. I want to use it. I want to challenge myself to use it. But for today, I like the other stuff. All right, so we have our card front that's gonna open like this, simple. And then let's do the inside. This is gonna go like here. This is again from Country Woods. I don't know what I'm gonna do without it. If it's not available anymore, I don't know if they're. Maybe I should just WhatsApp and get it if it is. I don't know. Anybody knows if it's still available? Sandy went to bed. She would tell us immediately. All right. Center it like this. And usually here's where I put my messages, but I figures like I wanted the surprise to find the horse inside. So we're not gonna do that. Oh, this is not closing. All the barn doors are not closing. Well, I should have, maybe I was trigger happy. I can make it work. You know, you just press like this where you want it, hold it tight, and then just do that. And that makes it a little bit better. All right. Then you need 2 pieces of pecan pie that is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And these are going to be the wood for barn doors. Like so. And I sponged them. I went crazy sponging everything. I didn't want to sponge on pecan pie. So I went and used my old soft suede. I'm gonna try to go fast because this takes a while, because there's a lot of pieces that I'm sponging, and I wanted to pre-sponge things, but I didn't. As I said, it was a short day for me today. Well, it's not done yet. I hope I'll be able to sleep normal time. The paper is available. Oh, that goes on my order because I'm almost out of it. I'm gonna put it on my order before the new catalog comes. All right, so that's one. And you can do a little bit on the middle if you want. Like that. Let's do the other one quickly. If you use a darker ink, it will be more visible. It looks very nice also, tone on tone, but for this I wanted like the old kind of weathered look. Oh, I'm so happy the paper is available because I love Country Woods. I've used it so much. All right, so these 2 pieces are done. So we're gonna, well, while we sponge, I should actually, let me see, give me a second, because I wanted to check something. Okay, how do I do this? 1 second. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, well. All right, sorry. Sorry, I'm just checking something for the raffle that we're gonna do. All right. That's a good trivia question. Sorry. I should have done that before, but I wasn't ready. All right. So while I'm putting together these barn doors, let's do the raffle. Even though now we're only 5, but that's because Sandy went to bed. So the question is, how many categories are, and you can guess, you don't have to Google it because that'd be too easy. How many categories are in the Grammys? And I'll give you a clue. It's over 50. It's between 50 and 100. So numbers from between 50 and 100. Hi, Laura. I'm sorry. I just saw your comment that you like the linen thread better. Oh, sorry. I used the other one. But the first card had the linen thread. All right. So here about barn doors, I'm leaving space, no space in the middle. I'm putting this to the edge. So the space will be around that, right? And then I did all these pieces. Oh, let me see if I can grab them. Nobody's answering the trivia question. Maybe we're in delay. Let's see. I wanted to sponge this too. I'll try to do it fast. 60. No, more than 60, Joanne. I'm giving a lot of clues today. 75, 76, 77. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm using the greenier part. Just both sides are very greeny. 50. No. 90. Nope. Okay. 99. Nope. 100. Nope. No, 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 not yet. No, no, it's not 70, not 71. Not, nobody said it yet. Joanne, 80. Nope. Not 97. Not 94. 95. Yes, yes, Deborah. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yes, according to what I just Googled, it's 95 distinct categories in the Grammys. That's a lot, eh? But I'm sure they do some technical stuff and the ones that are not televised, 95, yes, Teresa, 95, but Deborah beat you to the punch. She said it a while ago. At least that's how I saw it. Loved, yeah. Oops. All right. So Deborah, you'll get a little gift. Actually, you can choose if you want one of these New Year's, Chinese New Year little lip balms, or if you want a pack of embellishments. All right. Sorry, I should have done this before, but because it's not fun to see me doing this, right? All right. So now that we have them all, I put one on the top of each door. I put one of the wood pieces. Well, they're not wood, but wood pretend pieces. Oh, I'm glad you like the horse. All right. No worries, Emma. Teresa, what is it? You said, oh, yes, it is, but I didn't see what is it. The paper that's available? That what we're talking about? There's a bit of a delay, so I'm sorry if my conversation makes no sense. All right, so we put the 4 pieces at the top and the bottom of each one of the doors, and then now we're gonna put at the center as well. And I wanted to because it kind of looks you think it's fun to watch me sponge. Okay, so I'm doing in the center, I'm gonna put 2, so kind of calculate the center. I don't want to measure it. I could, but I don't want to. So I'm just gonna eye it because I wanted to look rustic. I didn't want to look perfect. So I love my little barn door. As I said, I'm very pleased of how it came out. And I did it yesterday while I was watching Carlos Alcaraz beat Djokovic at the final. Well, yesterday or technically this morning, really early. Yeah. I'm a tennis fanatic and I was up. Not only am I a tennis fanatic, on top of it, if a Spaniard was playing, of course I'm going to watch. All right, so here are our doors. And now I was supposed to have more for these. Where are the other ones? Oh, okay, well, we're going to use little ones. Which I didn't sponge, but look at me, Teresa. Yes, I'm very happy that Carlitos won. And also anybody who knows my tennis uh, taste knows that I can't stand Djokovic, and I really didn't want him to beat any more records or anything. So I'm happy he's done for now, at least. He'll keep trying. He was tied. Djokovic was tied. Is tied with Margaret Court, which is a Australian tennis players from the 60s and 70s. He tied for the most Grand Slams titles at 24, and I really didn't want him to be the one who has the most. Somebody else will come. Maybe Carlitos will do it in a few years. He has 7, but he's only 22, so he has time. I was hoping that Rafa Nadal would do it, but oh well. All right, so now I'm gonna stop talking about tennis. And people are excited for the Super Bowl, which, by the way, I'm not gonna have a live next week because I know that people will be watching the Super Bowl, and so will I, my friend's party. So I'm just gonna do another piece here, more or less like this. Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? Did I ask you that already last week? Okay, so I'm gonna put these others, like, I mean, you can put them how you want, but I kind of like them like this, X shaped. And now the last piece. Nobody has any favorites for the Super Bowl? Well, I'm gonna be rooting for Seattle. Yeah, me too. Oh, surprised because you're from Massachusetts, Deborah. So I thought that maybe you go for the Patriots. Or the Eagles, but the Eagles are not in the Super Bowl. It's the Patriots with the Seahawks. All right. Never the Patriots. Yeah, that's my feeling too, Teresa. Um, I think that Tom Brady ruined the Patriots for me for life. So, yeah, never the Patriots either. Even though I have family in Boston. But sorry. All right. So now that we have our barn doors, that took a little bit of time because of all the sponging. And thankfully, I had already. Oh, by the way, I use a Timber 3D embossing folder. I didn't tell you that, but that's what I used. And then we're gonna have or here or sentiment. And this time, I'm gonna make a little. Let's see if I can. Maybe I can get some paper here instead of the. No, actually, I need the foam mat. It's a little dirty because I haven't changed the paper. Thinking of the green color. Oh, yes, Emma, yes, the Seahawks are green too. Like the Eagles, and I like green, my favorite color, but no, as Teresa said, never the Patriots. Same. Usually I get a blingy t-shirt, but I didn't have time to order one that would come on time. So either it's a plain t-shirt or I'll just dress in green and that's it. So I'm going to use the fence here. I'm going to put the fence. Let me see how I did the other one. Yeah, I'll put the fence a little bit to the side. They're not totally fenced in, my horses. And I'm using pecan pie on pecan pie. So it's very subtle. Then we're going to use the horses. And we're going to put them here around there. All right. And now we're going to get the tree. And we're going to put it to the side. Just a subtle background, kind of like that, right? And now with early espresso, thank you. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad that you like it. With early espresso, we're going to put it's about the journey. And isn't that true? It's always about the journey, right? It's about the journey. So here's our middle sentiment. Then we'll put in dimensionals here. With the dimensionals on this side, I hope I remember. No, not totally centered. Yeah, I'm gonna put another one here, right? Because this is gonna go like this. So only in this side it needs the adhesive. You could put like a thread to close it if you don't want it opening like this, but I kind of like it that it's open. It's like the barn door. So kind of like, I don't want the knot here or anything. That's just me. And we're gonna put this center. And then I like the idea of the rope again. So I'm gonna do that. Though I know Laura said she liked the linen thread better, and actually it's easier to work with the linen thread. But I kind of like the faux leather trim. So just grab a bunch. I will twirl it around. And then we still need the linen thread to actually tie it. Sorry, I'm doing it off camera. I think it's either too little for 2 loops and too long for 1 loop. Maybe I can make it work like this. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of linen thread, if I can find it. Oh, it's right here. I had it already. And then we're gonna do a knot. Trying to hold the loop together while doing the knot. Not easy, as you could see. Didn't work. There we go. I'm gonna do another, now that I know how much I need. Come on, come on. It's this linen thread, it frays a lot. All right. So now that I have it right there, gonna cut. Oops, not that part. All right. And see how it's too visible like that? And then once you have it, you can actually make it bigger or smaller if you want, the loops. But I want to show two. So I want my loops to be at a different measure. Like that. Kind of, not intentional. And then, oops, sorry, wrong part. With my marker, or if you have the blend, this is pecan pie. Just gonna color the thread a little bit so it's not so visible. Also, because this knot will allow me to put the glue dot there, and it will get adhere much easily. And then of course I put the stud underneath, the pentagon as they call it, because it looks like a nail where you're hanging the rope, like we did in the other one. And for this one, we're going to use the big one. And I'm going to use just one, because this is not an embellishment. This is like a utilitarian knot, okay? So we're going to put glue dot. Where did I put my glue dots? Oops. Oh, here. There. Oh, it curled more than I wanted because I wanted this one really flat. I'm trying to stretch it. You can do that. And there's our little rope. It's about the journey. But now, of course, we open it. There's nothing here. So let's work on the inside. And that will be it. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you for remembering. Yes, it's my birthday on Thursday, and I have a very busy week. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna go just to have some drinks and some bites at a nearby restaurant that I really like here, like a block from my house. And then on the 6th, my friend arrives from Copenhagen. She came for my birthday because I'm celebrating my birthday on Saturday. She came for my birthday all the way from Copenhagen, and she came also because her friend is leaving and she has a party on the 6th. So we're gonna go to her party on the 6th, and then we're gonna go for dinner with uh, four of my friends on Saturday the 7th, and then we'll have brunch that morning with another friend that, now that she's here, people want to see her. And we have brunch on Saturday, brunch on Sunday, and then we have the Super Bowl. And really, we wanted to go to the Meet the Breeds, which is an exhibit at, expo at the Javits Center, the convention center here. But it's just like too much, and we're not gonna do that. So as it is enough. And then she leaves on Monday already, so it's a very short trip, but it will be fun. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, so I'm inking my horse, and this is from Spotlight on Nature, and then this is the large of the circle punches, the 2 3/8 circle punch, which fits perfectly here. So this is soft suede. I just used soft suede for the inside. I don't know why. And this will go in the center. Look how good it looks, right? Thank you, Deborah. And then I had another friend who wanted to take me out on Wednesday, the day before my birthday. But I asked her, it's like, can we do it after? Because it's just gonna stress me. I have to prepare the house. My friend is staying with me, and my house is super little, and I have all these supplies lying around, and it's a studio apartment, so I want to clean, make sure that it's proper and everything. So yeah, so oh, I forgot that to put the shoe horse thing in, or the middle of our sentiment here on my paper. So let's do that now. Hopefully I won't mess it up. The shoe horse road, or whatever we call it. All right, so I think I'm gonna need another one there. I could skip the middle because this is where you're gonna have the circle. And I like the idea of the diagonal. As I said, I saw that in somebody did it online. I can't remember her name. And I figured that's a good idea. All right, so Spotlight on Nature circle with the 2 3/8 circle punch. Now we're gonna put the horse seat right here in the middle. It's a very nice looking horse, I think. I love this stamp. And we're gonna put it flat because it's the inside of the car, right? Now that I see this, I think we need a couple of other. Maybe one here. And another there. Oh, yeah. Oh, Candy, messed it up. There we go. Fixed. All right. Oh, and happy day, because it's not exciting. It could be a birthday, but it could be anything. It could be a retirement day. It could be a happy day, just a regular happy day. Oh, thank you, Emma. So yeah, I'll post that if there won't be a live on Super Bowl Sunday. There we go. And the following week is President's Day, and I'm gonna be away for the weekend, so I won't have a live on that either. So if I can, I may have a live in the middle of the week, but I don't know how it's gonna go. So I'll let you know. And if I have that live, maybe we'll do that rotating car that I showed you last time, and we'll do a short live just with the rotating car. I have 2 strips of basic beige for the sentiment on each side, on the inside of the panel, door panels. And I should have put my horseshoe there. Where did I leave it? Here. Before gluing it. Oh, it's always sad, the memoriam. But I feel like this year we lost a lot of stars. So the Oscars are gonna be very sad. A lot of movie stars. Maybe because I don't follow music as much as I follow film and TV. That is my impression. Anyway, I did tell you that I'm not gonna be able to see the Oscars this year because I'll be coming back from on stage. And I didn't realize that it coincided. I'm a little sad about it because I have my Oscars party every year. In 32 years. All right. So here we go. Easy, right? Well, easy, not so easy. I mean, it's not difficult. It's just time consuming because there's a lot of elements in this one. Okay. But let's do a recap. And because this is it. We have 2 Western cars. This one and the horse. I'm going to put the one that Laura said that she liked the linen thread. So I'm going to put this one. And then we have the little Chinese New Year token. Yes, I will record it, Emma. And then we have the nice Chinese New Year good luck card. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you maybe on the 10th or the 12th or something. I'll let you know. And if not, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. All right. So have fun. Hope you're not freezing too much. And I'll see you soon. Happy crafting. Bye.